So it's the critical issue is how do we really make that leap to strengthen this party? And not only at the center, it has to be strengthened in Region 9, it has to be strengthened in Region 8, 6, 10, throughout the length and breadth of the country. And critical to all of this is access to information. Every member of the party should be able to have access to information. For example, when we have General Council, and you establish a General Council, you have an agenda. Really, the people who are coming to a General Council are coming not to represent their personal views only. They should be coming to represent the views of the people, of the groups they are coming from. So there should be processes of consultation before they actually get to the General Council. In many cases, this is not the case. So we really, and it is important for us to put these things on the table, to discuss it as a way forward in how we strengthen the party. Because if we don't do that, and we put our heads under the table, then we are going to disappear. So after 5 years, and I've been coming, although people have been out of the country, I've been working outside of the country for 19 years, but I have not been absent from the country for 19 years. I've been coming to this country every year, more than once a year, and going around and understanding and looking at what is going on. And hence, now that I've taken pre-retirement, I'm here to throw in my lot to ensure that Guyana is on the right track, because we have serious problems in terms of governance in the country and the widespread corruption in the country. And unless, as a nation, we can address those issues of governance and address the corruption, we are not going to attract the investment. We have to have the frameworks necessary to be able to attract the investment. And what this government is doing is really creating a hardship for our people. And they have got, and that's why the political challenge is important to them, and bringing the forces together, because what in effect you're doing is reducing the quality of lives of our citizens, of all of us. You want to have a fair judiciary system. You want to be confident that when I appear in the courts, that the processes are not corrupt. This country, with all of the poverty we have, it's as if we tend to hide the poverty. It's not a frontal issue. We don't hear the voices of our people, the people that are poor. We don't see the faces. We don't know where they are. We hide them. And therefore, we have to have direct programs. And it has to be fair. You look at the urban property, we have a serious ethnic crisis and ethnic discrimination. And the government must be called to book on this. The McDougall report speaks about this issue. And it's not to be, we must be holding the government accountable with all of these issues to ensure that everyone in the country has a fair chance, and we uphold the principle of equity. So this is not about foolishness. We can talk about the potential of Guyana, but unless we can get the governance right, that's the main issue. Unless we deal with this racial issue, the ethnic issue, and stop playing around with it, right? To ensure that the processes are fair, that contractors have a fair share, that the processes for bidding are fair, and that I'm not going to have a contract so that I can give a kickback to any party. Those are things that we got to rid ourselves of. And this would enable this country to move forward. And that's why I am at this juncture moving to this position. Because it's about the country. It's about the quality of lives of our citizens, not the quality of lives of a few citizens. And in many ways, you see, the government hasn't addressed these issues. It's played a game, and very linked to all of this is all of the corruption that we know about. You got young people graduating from the University of Guyana. young people in Linden. I was in Linden who have got qualifications, 10 CXCs, 5 advanced level, cannot get a job. Why? And we are serious about development. What is central to the development of this country is human capital. And if young people are having a hard time, what's going to happen with us? So this is what has driven me to this juncture of my concern for this country, and I have garnered a lot of experience. It's not about me alone, but that's what drove my decision, and I'm going to continue along this road to make a contribution to the development of the country.
So is this in essence also has to do with the PNCR currently being ineffective in terms of representing its support base, and are you saying in essence the party is in a crisis?
Well, PNCR as a political opposition has to represent the citizens of the country. If you are in this business, you've got to represent all of the citizens of the country. We need to be stronger in representing those issues, and we need to be organized differently to perform that function. And this is what I'm talking about. How do we reorganize ourselves to bring effect to bring effect to the representation of people, and that we can reach out and build alliances and build partnerships with different groups who are all Guyanese, intent that you have a congruency of view of wanting this country to go forward. So the PNC has to be able to do that, to reach out, to bring the strength of all people who have one commonality of interest of ensuring that this country moves forward.